Yo everybody, how you doing? Thanks again for joining. We're just going to get started in just a sec. Hope you're having a good time. Just realised that the chat hasn't loaded in, so let me just fix that very quickly. Yo everybody, how you doing? That's me. Chat 2. Woo! It's a bit large. Let's size that down a bit. There we go. Oh, with an eye coming in with the absolute confidence, but to be fair, earned confidence no less. Let's just see. I'm just going to quickly switch the game screen, make sure that everything's loaded up okay. No, it hasn't, so just as well I check that, eh? Just get this sorted, don't worry. It is no problem. I just wanted to make sure that everything was going to be absolutely sorted, which it isn't, which is why we're doing that now. I should have done this before going live, I appreciate that, but I put my time out there and I wanted to stick to it. No, everybody can see my secrets. My secrets being that I use Clip Studio Paint. It's not a crazy secret. In fact, I'm quite open about it. Jerry's here. I know it's not particularly aesthetically pleasing, but I'm going to pop this underneath the webcam just because I've realized when I've looked back at videos and stuff that you can't necessarily see the chat too clearly in the playback, but hey, that'll do for now. So how's everybody doing anyway? So O with an eye is fine. Hopes the stream picks up. I do too, but to be perfectly honest, even if it doesn't, I'll enjoy playing with everybody who's here. I've still got the last results on the leaderboard, so let's just empty that out. That's the right. The lifetime leaderboard has already been updated. As you can see down below, that was done at the end of the live stream, which I'll do once again at the end of this live stream as well. We just have to make sure that I remember to do it. But I'm sure you lovely people in the chat will remind me. That work. Right. Okay, that all looks still pretty good on the leaderboard, etc. So I think we're good to go. Just wanted to make sure that I have the screen set up nicely so that everybody can see what it is that they're doing. I'll close this tool. So, oh no, that didn't fix it the way I thought it would do. Never mind. Well, it's fine. It'll do nevertheless. I'm sure everybody will be happy with it just being like that. So Jerry, yeah, you missed the last one, but I'm happy to see that you're back for this one. Hopefully you'll feel energized enough to reclaim your top spot. As you can see that JBNL actually knocked you down, but it doesn't look like JBNL's here for this one. So I think you'll be fixing for a good chance to get back to your top position if things play out the same way that they did last time. So let me know in the chat if you guys are ready, and then we'll get started. Let's move this bit over a bit while I'm waiting for confirmation that everybody's good to go. Hope everybody's had a nice weekend. We both missed the previous stream. Let me read this. We both missed the previous stream, but I'm happy you're here since it means I'm not alone and somebody will compete with me. Let's push each other with Beyond Our Limits. That is certainly the Dragon Ball way. Others might join later in the stream. Yeah, well, if things can... I mean, this is generally the way it goes. It looks pretty scarce to begin with. A few people turn up at the beginning, and then as and when people tend to join in. So, O with an I is ready. Jerry, are you ready? What was I going for? Jerry needs a minute, but we'll give you that minute because there's not many of us here at the moment, so it's a good way to get started. You guys done anything interesting with your weekends, or have you been just sat waiting for the Pictionary? I jest, of course. I know that nobody's simply sat at home waiting for the Pictionary stream to start, although I hope it is a highlight of some nights. It's a bit of fun, nevertheless, isn't it? I know that last time Jamal was doing pretty well, and he doubted himself when he joined in at the beginning. He didn't think he was going to do very well, and then all of a sudden he just started racking up all the points. I know who we're going to start with anyway today. I've been creating like a little playlist in my head for who we should pick first. And I don't want to go with ones that I think people will find difficult. I think some people will find a lot of them obvious, but you just never know really, because I know that some people either have forgotten certain elements of Dragon Ball, certain time periods of it, or whether because they're used to watching the either the new stuff or they go back and they watch specific seasons over and over again. But some people just don't tend to remember certain parts of it. Good, so Jerry's ready then? Or I'm guessing as ready as you will be. I mean, you're heading home, so... Okay, well, let's get started anyway. So we'll have a first round begin now. And best of luck, everybody. And off we go. What? Not in white. I don't want to draw in white. It's not the Dragon Ball Pictionary way. I immediately have realised I've started drawing this one far too big. Now, this one, I appreciate people might go with thinking perhaps it's a little too obscure to begin with, but I think it's pretty out. I think it's pretty accessible, and he's a good choice for the first one anyway. Let's have a look. What have we got here? My weekend was very busy. It was awful at first, but thank God it got better towards the end. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Owen and I. I hope it was one of those sort of awful things, which is just sort of one of those incidents that can quite easily be swept under the rug. But I appreciate, unfortunately, our personal lives can definitely take a hit, and then it just shapes the rest of your week. Nope, not Ribrianne. But that's a good guess, because they're very shapely in a similar way. Do with that comment as you will. Once again, I gotta get used to drawing certain parts of it first so that it doesn't immediately give the game away. Welcome, Bob MCPE. It isn't Boo, but good guess. It's not Guldo. Appreciate it. Fat Janemba. It is not Fat Janemba. But it's a good guess. Of course, they're all good guesses if they're from Dragon Ball. The only bad guesses are when you start guessing from things that aren't Dragon Ball. That is not an invitation to start guessing things that aren't Dragon Ball, because otherwise we'll be here all day. It is the Galactic Patrol King. Yes, well done, O with an I. I was just in the middle of drawing his tentacle. It is certainly the PG tentacle. It is the one that Goku does not keep grabbing by accident. We'll just finish him off very, very quickly, for lack of a better word. So there we go. Yep, it is the Galactic King indeed. So let's just adjust this. I apologise for the leaderboard going off the side of the screen when I'm doing this. It's not helpful, I appreciate that. So, O with an I. 1. If I leave it like this, is it? No, it's not the best if I do that. Or what if I size it down a little bit? That's not so bad. Can you guys live with that? Just means that it's a bit easier for me to have to pull the canvas out then. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Okay, cool. Looks like Jerry isn't home yet. you got a head start. Okay, right. So we'll get on to the next one then. Keep bringing my reference picture up and he keeps deciding to go for a walk. Okay. Right, are we ready? Round 2. My Mac is being very loud today. I hear the fan going in it. I'm hoping you can't hear that. Because it sounds like it's tipping it down with rain. Which, as all of you computer experts will know, is not good when your computer sounds like it's producing water. Had to learn that information at college. Now, once again, trying to pick the bits that aren't going to give the game away immediately is not the easiest thing to do, especially with Dragon Ball, because they either have incredibly defining features that make it very obvious which character is which, or they don't have any defining features at all. Toriyama seems to have like a creator character in his pocket, and he just kind of makes his new characters out of all of his pre-drawn favoritisms. It's not Saganbo, but good guess. We have had Saganbo before. Oh, actually, no, did I? I don't think I did draw Saganbo, actually. I think he was somebody I contemplated doing at one point, but didn't. Whoops. Of course, these are the best Dragon Ball illustrations we will come across all night. As you can see, I'm putting a lot of time and effort into these to make sure that they come out as beautifully as they appear on screen. What's this? The GT characters that sing. You mean the Bon Para Para brothers? It is not the Para Para brothers. That was not a bad guess at all. Oh my god, this drawing is atrocious. I'm hoping that it's actually still possible to guess who it is from this. But as any of you Pictionary veterans will now know, that eventually, even if they're not the best drawings, they usually still end up having some feature that gives them away. That is not how you draw an ear. But of course, I'm not going for artist points this time. It's not Broly, but that was a good guess. When the answer comes around, you'll see why it's a good guess. It's not Baby. It's not Baby in Vegeta's body. I think the answer will become a little bit more apparent now. It is Super Android 13, yes, well done. I thought it would suddenly become more apparent when I started doing the hair. The earrings were what gave it out for you, were they? Yes, the Vegeta hairline as well, absolutely. It's amazing how like I say, how many things get recycled in Dragon Ball for the character design, but hey, it is what it is. Right, okay, next one, here we go. Round 3. I guess it's possible that maybe Jerry's on his way home, but perhaps if he's going by public transport, who knows whether the signal is bad or something. This will be your absolute opportunity to get some points on the go. What on earth? Oh, right, okay. It's never a vote of confidence for yourself when you start going, wait, what the hell am I drawing? What's this? The recycled designs are specifically true in Dragon Ball Z filler and movies. Absolutely, absolutely. Because some of them obviously aren't even Toriyama for those designs. Some of them were Nakatsuru and Yamamuro. And so that's where we end up getting a few of the things come in where you sort of have a load of characters that are taken from Toriyama's creator character because they're afraid to do their own things. Oops. Perhaps that went too high. It's not Frieza. Frieza's a good guess, though. I'm losing track of this now. Yeah, that wasn't the line that was supposed to be when I drew that. No. We'll just oh. I drew on the off the canvas. I think this bit's going to become a little bit more obvious about who the character is now. What's this? That's the back and shoulders of a man. Cooler. No, not cooler. You're answering yourself now. I don't even have to do it anymore. It's not Frost. But I can see why you thought so. It is Jiren. Jerry came in with the Jiren. Oh, Jiren. Oh, hey, Jiren. We'll just give him a lovely smile for that now. You're right, Jerry. There we go. So, Jerry now on the board. Whoops. That was not what I wanted to do. That's too much. I have screwed this up, man. Did I just take that back to where it is? And there we go. That's better. It is a nice smile. It's his. That's his Riz. When Jiren's trying to pull Ribrianne. She is his universe's opposite, after all. Okay, on to round 4. I hope Toyo's neck drawing style evolves. Oh, you caught wind of that, did you just then? Yes, Toyotaro neck is a nasty disease that rids half of Universe 7. Let's go on with round 4. Interesting piece of Dragon Ball art. Trivia, if you like, that I learnt before. Something I wasn't really aware of for a long time. I mean, I've been drawing Dragon Ball since I was, I don't know, 9, maybe 7, I think is when I started watching it, because that was when it started airing out in the UK. I think I was probably about 9 when I started getting heavily into drawing. Yeah, I drew it for many years before realizing that the mouth of a character should be within the jowls of the jawline right here. So it should actually be in line with this, which might seem quite obvious to somebody maybe who doesn't draw or something at the sound of that. But when you're actually drawing it, it's always nice to have little marks that tell you where you're supposed to be drawing something, but it's how you stop it from. It's how you stop their jaw from looking like it's somewhere else. It's not Krillin, but that's a good guess. I'm sure you're like kicking yourself at the moment, going like, "Why isn't that Krillin?" Because it looks like Krillin. It does look like Krillin. That's why it's a very good guess. But it isn't. As in, it isn't Krillin, not it isn't a good guess. I'm not second guessing myself straight away. It's not Tien. What's this comment? Riz. Well, whatever happened to swag? I know. I wouldn't have known what Riz was, to be perfectly honest with you, but my wife introduced me to TikTok, and so I'm learning all the new lingo from there. I'm 31. There isn't much room in my head for new lingo, so I just have to kind of go with it. I remember not at all understanding when I had people leaving comments on my videos saying cap, and I was like, what on earth are you on about? I'm not wearing a cap. I wasn't even in the video. And obviously I eventually learned what that was. It's not Maron. It's not Chaozu. It is Oob. Well done, Watermelon Juice Edits. It was Oob. That is who I was drawing. Again, for clarification, this was the reference picture I was using. Well done. So you have made it onto the board. Watermelon. I'm just going to call you Watermelon. And I'm going to have to size this down a little bit. You can't for no cap. It was a really good guess, yeah. Damn, my waist name makes me sound like Right, okay, but we're getting on to the next one now. Let me just double check that I didn't ruin the thing. I didn't. Good. It's still there. It works. Apologies if we start doing characters I've done before. I'm not sure if I remember doing this one or not, but we'll give it a go. Obviously, there are only so many characters in Dragon Ball that you can do before you start repeating things. Because I don't want to start just drawing ones that nobody's ever going to guess just because. The fun thing is, obviously, if you're unhappy with your username, well, I hate to tell you this, but it will be on the lifetime board. I'm just going to cut these down a bit. I don't usually like editing some things, but if I feel that it's going to disrupt the chance of people actually guessing what the character is, then obviously I'm going to end up doing it. Whoop. These are some creepy ass eyes. It's not fun with a shotgun, no. Although he certainly may come in for a later round. It is the Ghost Usher. Yes, well done. I wanted to leave off his little flick down here. Because I thought that was the bit that would give it away. Yeah. Oh, with an eye. Yeah, you were a little bit late. As you can see, that is a beautiful drawing that Toriyama would even be jealous of. So, Jerry, you are tied for 2. It is coming down to the heat with the points getting dished out here. Oh, I never remembered his name uttered in the anime. He just kind of does his own thing. Yeah, I mean, he's described as being a ghost, I believe. And that's pretty much the thing. I think it's a case of the same sort of thing with the World Tournament announcer, as everybody just kind of knows him as the announcer. Jerry's home now. That means the gloves are off with an eye. Okay, we're moving on to round 6. Here we go. As I say, at a certain point, we'll ramp up the difficulty and I'll start asking for specific use of language to try and describe which characters are which. And by that I mean making sure that everybody's saying what exactly form it is, maybe the series that they're from, depending on how we describe this. If you're unsure that I'll understand exactly, or you want to be more specific, that's the best way to be. If you're ever unsure, just be specific. What's this? Soon, because I've got to change and stuff. Welcome home, Jerry. We're so wholesome here at Dragon Ball Pictionary. Ooh, it's not Future Bulma, but good guess. It is First Form Zarbon, that was correct. And do you know what? It's so sad because Future Bulma could so easily. Her hair is so similar to this. And it's only when I'm faced with this situation where I realise that perhaps she was so traumatized by her experience with Zarbon and Namek that she decided to nick his haircut. Welcome, Fez Space Mouse. Well, you're absolutely right. It was First Form Zarbon or Future Bulma. So that was good. So Jerry, whoops. So O with an I. It's got 2, and Jerry with 3. Show us the pic. Sure enough. That was the one that we were doing, referencing, if my camera wants to focus. My camera doesn't want to look at Zarbon. He's too pretty. There we go. Yeah, but this is exactly why it's good that I use a reference photo so I can show you exactly who I'm drawing, because otherwise it would be very easy for me to say, oh, it's Future Bulma, or whatever. But, yeah, so... I also do it just mainly because it's easier for me to remember it this way. Oh, I know I've done that one before. Let's go for this one. Okay, here we go. Okay, so round 7 is about to begin. I've got horrible light reflection on my phone. There we go. Cool. I was curious because I don't remember how Zarbon having bangs. Thought it might have been a flashback or something. No, it's fair. So I never have a problem with you guys asking to see the reference photo. I think it's completely understandable. I absolutely want everybody to know I'm not playing favourites. Once again, sorry that I go quiet occasionally. I'm still getting used to this whole talking whilst drawing thing. I usually draw in silence and just listen to music. It's blissful. Okay, well, I don't agree with that, so I'm going to draw it like this. Now I can see that everybody's going to take their time with this one before answering, which I can't blame them for. What's this? I like the video. It's a good stream so far. Thanks, Overton. I appreciate it. It's not Shin, and it's not Gohan, but good guesses, guys. Always appreciate the feedback and likes, guys. Thank you very much. I also don't like pressuring everybody for it, so... It's not Trunks, and it's not Kefla. Which means we're getting close. Because people are running out of characters with hair. Kefla is a good guess. Yes, Kefla is a good guess because Kefla is one of my favourite characters. Well, of Super anyway. It's not Goten. I'm surprised this one's gone on as long as it has, actually. It means that my drawing isn't as good as I thought it was. It is Broly, that's correct. This one's tough. Broly is an even better guess. That was exactly what I was going for. I knew I'd spend time doing the hair, so that was where I was going to come. That didn't come out correctly, but you know what I mean. Kid Broly. Yes, I used to play Kefla and Fighters as well. It is Jerry, that's correct. Broly was correct. Jerry up to 4. That means you're only 3 away from tying the top space on the lifetime leaderboard, Jerry. You're doing really well at the moment. Yeah, I loved Kefla's moveset in Dragon Ball Fighters. Found it really good to knock off some good combos. Ah, here we go. Okay, we ready for round 8? And off we go. I'll do the ears first to slow us down a little bit. What's this? Well, I have to leave. I guess I'm going to be on the board the whole stream unless I come back. Well, Watermelon Juice Edits, thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. And yeah, you might still be on the board. You never know. But thanks for joining, and I hope to catch you again. Really appreciate it when you guys come along for as long as you do. Join the competition. We need it. No, it's not old Gotenks. Yeah, but you're right. We do need it. It is Hero. Yep. I would have also accepted Shen or Kami for in the human body. Clean cut. Yeah, as far as things goes regarding the competition, yeah, we do definitely need more people in here to come back as regulars. That is one of the best things we can do. Obviously, it's the hardest part when you're doing streams from scratch. You always have the growing pains with getting the community together. But you guys have obviously been wonderful, wholesome staples of Dragon Ball Pictionary so far, and for that I really do thank you. So cheers, guys. Appreciate it. So, Jerry, yep, we've got to get your score bumped up here. But well done. As if you worked that out from the chin and just from the ears as well. The rawest new Dragon Ball character. With plenty of Riz. I'm going to have to stop saying that. I'm too white to pull that word off. Right, here we go. Round 9. And it's a go. This one's going to be weird. I've never actually drawn this character before, so this is a first for me. So I'm going to have to be extra careful to make sure I get it right. We're not young enough to use the word race. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Again, sorry if I go a little bit quiet, because I'm trying to make sure that I get the character looking correct. I don't want to speak and then make it difficult to guess. It's not Mutaito, but loved the Dragon Ball guesses. I always really appreciate it when people guess Dragon Ball characters. Oops. It's still not Mutaito. Hey, Funny Bone God, thanks for joining. It is Dr. Mew. It is Dr. Mew. This is the picture I was using for the reference. I was actually going to draw him battered and beaten up just to make it a little bit harder to guess. But didn't get that far. Jerry swooping in with that. Funny Bone God, my day was my day was really good, thank you. I hope yours was too. Is Dr. Mew the GT Jero? Yeah, basically. Wonkle more with Dr. Jero. But no, it was Dr. Mew, but that was a good guess. Well done, everybody. Obviously, special well done to Jerry, who did actually get it right. Who am I drawing? I was drawing Dr. Mew. As we say once again, I'll show the picture once more. That was the character that was being drawn at the time. It does obviously have a striking resemblance to Dr. Jero. Okay, next round. Okay. Here we go. Round 10 starts now. So Wonklemore's obviously joined in again. Who had he is Dr. Jero in space. Wonklemore's joined in, who's of course also on the lifetime leaderboard. Asking what is Dragon Ball on a Dragon Ball stream sounds like a philosophical question to me. What is Dragon Ball? Welcome to Dragon Ball Philosophy live stream with Kanji Needs Coffee. We're going to need a lot of coffee to to dissect that question. I feel like this one's suddenly become quite obvious. It was Nappa, that is right. Jesus Christ, how big is his head? Very big, very big. As we can see when I show the reference photo, Nappa does have a very big head. That was Nappa, that was correct. But Jerry was first in there once again with the point. So Jerry is now tied for top on the lifetime leaderboard. Well done, Jerry. Once again, as I say, I'll update the lifetime leaderboard at the end of the stream, just so everybody understands. Jerry the goat didn't even notice. Yeah, those thugs from the Buu saga of Dragon Ball, possibly the only characters in Dragon Ball that have no fans. I don't think there's a single person out there that said, I like those guys. They're good. You can have some characters as evil as can be in the canon, and people will still support them. Those guys, I don't think anybody likes them. People were seriously cheering for Boo at that point. I'm going to have to use a different picture here because that one isn't the best one to go by. Perfect. That one will do. Okay. Okay, right, we're on to round 11. I'm losing count now, there's too many numbers. I don't have a counter on the screen, I'm literally just counting up everybody's points before I announce the last round. Uncle Moore, yes it was Nappa. Okay, round 11, here we go. It's not Nappa now. Nappa was last time. Sorry about how sketchy these are going to come out. It's the only way we can get them looking anywhere near the characters and looking accurate in the time that I'm doing them in. It's not Boo. Good guess. It's not Zeno, but Zeno would have been a fantastic guess. It's not Cooler. It is Sorbet, correct. Well done, Jerry, once again. I'll just give him a lovely little... Oh, and of course, he wouldn't be Sorbet without this giant dookie of a nose. As we can see, this was the reference photo being used. Frieza would have been a good guess, considering. So Jerry has now taken the #1 place on the lifetime board. Well done, Jerry. Okay, on to round 12. That time, I remembered the round by memory. Let's. Oh, here's a fun one. I'm saying here's a fun one. I know what character I want to draw. Have I not saved a reference photo of them? I haven't. Okay, I'll just have to use a smaller one than I have. Frieza Soldier. Read it. Okay, on to the next round. Round 12. And go. This time, I want a specific incarnation of the character, okay? So give me the version of the character that I'm drawing. So whether that's a Super Saiyan, whether it's a Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan 2, that sort of thing, you understand the idea. But yeah, I want to see that answer. So don't just give me the character, give me the version of the character I'm drawing. Okay, round 12, go! I'm not going to do the Frieza laugh. I was tempted to, but I can't do it. So I'm not going to. It's not Chaozu. Good guess. I'm just going to cave this in a bit. I'm going to stop answering what characters it is or isn't in... Well, obviously I'm going to tell you what character it is, but yeah, I'm going to stop asking... I'm going to stop replying to the incorrect answers now in the chat. What we got here? It's not... Oh, I just said I wasn't going to do that and immediately found myself going to, but no, it's none of the answers in the chat so far. So, the drawing continues. This bit will give it away. I will accept Freezer in Hell, because the answer I was looking for was Cocoon Freezer, but Freezer in Hell was the one I was going for. So well done, Guldo from above. What do you think from his head? Bird's eye view of Guldo. So this was O with an I that got this, wasn't it? It was indeed. Well done, O with an I. I say I was more specific though. You were, but it still wasn't the answer I was looking for specifically. I was looking for Cocoon Freezer, or Freezer and Cocoon. So, but Freezer in Hell popped up first, and that was the one that made me go for it. Also, Jerry, I think you can spare the point. Okay, on to the next round. I think I had an idea of who I was going to do next. Yes, I do. Okay, so this is round 13. Earth's hell is different. Yes, it is. But it's the only hell that we've canonically seen thus far. So maybe it isn't. Maybe they're all their own versions of hell. Okay, round 13. Here we go. What's this? I'll have to give you that point. You'll have to give that point. Oh yeah, that was close. That was close. It did make me kind of think, oh, has he just surrendered this round? It's not second form. I've got to stop doing this. I've said that I'm not going to say which answers it is or isn't. No, it is. I will say what answer it is. But I won't say what answer it isn't anymore. This bit's going to give it away. You know when you're drawing something and you just know the bit that's going to make it identifiable? It's not garlic. It's not Kid Piccolo. I'm still doing it. I don't know when I'm going to learn from my own lesson. It's not Garlic Jr. or Pilaf. Wow, I'm surprised this one's going as long as it has. Jerry with Popo. I can't believe it took as long as that, but yes, Popo was who it was. I neglected to draw the earrings because I thought that might give it away at first. Jerry was there with Popo first though, so well done, Jerry. Point to Jerry. Okay. Round 14. Still remembering the rounds by memory. I really should probably write it down at some point. You know what? There we go. Was going to do that one, but I'm not going to. I want to go for one which is more straightforward. Okay, once again, censored Kai Popo. One call more with chilled. That was a good reference, but it wasn't chilled. Right. Make a freeze. Okay, here we go. Round 14 starts now. Once again, I'm looking for specific forms of characters from now. This is always where the stream gets harder when we start going for the ones where we want the specific forms. Super Saiyan Goku? No, it is not. Yes, I know. I just caught myself doing it again. It's my thing. It's what I do. What have we got popping up here? Not going to answer those. I have read them. This is when people are just going to start going immediately through all the forms they can think of. I mean, I suppose technically that isn't wrong. But I'm not prepared to give up the point on that technicality. Oh, with an I, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta was correct. That was the one we were going for. Good guesses, everybody. Everybody pretty much nailed which character it was. But it was Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. And Aurora Scarlet with Daddy Vegeta and King Vegeta, behave. Because I know you weren't talking about King Vegeta. Let's just give him his signature. So there we go anyway. But O with an I, correct. Well done. We were getting through them, weren't we? Everybody just decided, keep typing, we'll get it eventually. Vegeta about to get his ass beat, Vegeta. That does not narrow it down. Right, we're going to take a quick break for 2 seconds. Good game so far, everybody. Good game. We're up to round 15. I'm just going to make a note of the round quickly. Yeah, but good game, everybody. This has been one of the more intense Pictionary streams we've had so far. Maybe you meant Vegeta the father sincerely. Trust me, I know she didn't. So what are you drinking? I probably shouldn't go on to explain everything I'm drinking. It's a big, big pint of apple juice. And I just dripped it all over my graphic tablet. Let's just use a pillow to wipe that up. Nobody will notice. Damn, I'm late. JBNL, welcome to the stream. You may be late, but you haven't missed it. It's not the end. It's not the end. JBNL has been absolutely killing it in the previous stream, which you guys missed. But you know, it's one of those things. It's not impossible to climb this back. Since you've been gone, JBNL, Jerry has taken top space by 2 points. So you're actually only 2 points behind on the leaderboard. So that's certainly achievable. You'll be able to get that back. I'm just going to take a quick break because I'm going to find a couple of more reference photos that I haven't already done before. Because the last thing we want to do is keep doing the same ones over and over again. Just so everybody knows what the intention of the break is. That's a screenshot from Kakarot. I don't need that. Not that Kakarot screenshots are bad, but I don't need that. I love this community that's being built here among the Pictionary guys, though. I mean, you guys are great at this. I mean, like, because I'm not just doing any old typical character. A lot of the times I pick some characters that I don't expect a lot of people to remember. But I have never had one image go on so long that I've had to give up and tell you the answer. Somebody has always got there in the end. So, you know, fair play to you guys for that. One, it means that you know your Dragon Ball, and two, it means that it's alright, my versions of are perfectly identifiable enough. Okay. We'll be back in just a second now, coming to the end of this little break. What's this? Kanji, remember on a previous stream I asked about if Piccolo sees Kami and Nail in his head? It kind of happened when he fought alongside Gohan and Universe 6 Namekians. Yes, it did, but I don't know how much of that was supposed to be metaphorical or how much... Because... You saw in the Universe 6 arc, you had, the Tournament of Power arc when they were fighting the Universe 6 Namekians, the Saunel and Purina. They said that they could sense all of those Namekians within them. So it kind of suggests that their spirits or auras do continue on within them, more than just a Team 4-star joke. So perhaps there is more to it than that. I don't know. And as I said when we did when we were talking about it before, there is a moment in the Freezer arc when Piccolo comes back to Earth and he's talking to Dende. He sort of almost switches personality to Nail for a minute there to talk to Dende. So whether it becomes a sort of schizophrenia type thing, I don't know. But either way, I think it's a fascinating concept, and I wish that we'd see a bit more of it. I'd like to see him channel Kami once more or something, but perhaps that one's... Perhaps Kami is impossible to bring back out because technically they're the same being. They're technically the same person. But Nail was a completely different person, so maybe that's possible. Okay, just one more. And then we'll be ready to get back to it. So if you guys have been able to get yourself a drink or something in this time, it's probably the best time to do it. Okay. Okay, is everybody back and ready for the stream to continue? This begs the question about the old Namekian that existed before he split himself into good and evil sides. Why didn't Piccolo see him? He fused and reunited with Kami. Is it because Nail is there too? Well, as if Nail ends up acting as some sort of block to stop them being completely one again because there's something else there. That's an interesting concept in theory. I could believe that. I could believe that because he fused with Nail before he fused with Kami again, and he fused with Nail before reuniting, so it wouldn't sort of bring back that consciousness. So that's a really interesting theory. They definitely could write that if they wanted. I mean, the nameless Namekian split himself to become God. That's awesome a concept. Yeah. I absolutely agree. I think that would be a really cool way of explaining it. I'd be definitely down for that. And I think, and I don't think it's a hard sell. I think people would believe that quite openly. I don't feel like people are going to be like, well, I feel like people would quite happily accept that as a logical reason for him not forming back into the nameless Namekian. So, yeah, I'm down for that. I like that headcanon. Okay, we ready for round 15 then, guys? Okay, so round 15 begins now. Now! A joke out there for anybody who recognizes it. And if they don't ask. What's this? Imagine if Funimation did the Gotenks voicing right after the fusion. Forever! Can you imagine? God. That would be a trope that would have been absolutely done to death. It's not Goku. It's not Krillin. I'm still doing this. I said I was going to stop doing this. There is no reason for me to keep saying what answers it isn't. I will stop when the answer is correct, but it's me that I'm telling myself off for. I think it's just because it gives me something to say, so I don't end up constantly sort of finding myself going quiet. It's not Kid Goku, but I am going to assume this was before the Scouter was drawn. It was Chi Lai. Well done, JBNL. Very well done. Straight in there with the point. First game back after he joined. Chi Lai was who was being drawn. Very well done. Get you put back on the board. So now technically only 1 point separates you and Jerry. Here's an interesting one. Good luck. We're on to round 16. Now this one, I may actually complete before anybody guesses. Perhaps it's because they're easy to draw. Perhaps it's because they're hard to remember the name. Whoops, that was not a perfect circle. Love the Neko margin guess, but it isn't Neko margin. It's not the best drawing of this character, I will say, but it's accurate enough to be recognizable. Berry! It was Berry! Bloody hell. I am pleasantly surprised by that. I did a fusion challenge before, and had Berry as one of the characters, and not a single Dragon Ball YouTuber managed to guess his name correctly. The closest anybody came was Laughingstock Media Mike, and that was only because he decided to call him Billy. And technically, if you say it in the Japanese way, it wouldn't actually be much different from Berry. So, well done. So that one was a hard one. So well done, Jerry. Really showing your Dragon Ball stripes there. Who shall we go for next? Here's one we'll go for next. All right. Good luck, everybody. Here comes round 17. Oh, you know what I did forget to do? Jerry, you got Kaioken. Whoops. Stop doing that. This is I for the shortcut. Yes, it is. Okay, right. Round 17 begins now. Kai what? Got Kaioken. When the when you get to 10 points, your name gets highlighted in red. This should I can't imagine this round will last very long. I think everybody's pretty sure who this is going to be. I understood the reference. But I also just wasn't sure if you knew what I was doing. It's... wow. JBNL, it was Mirus. Well done. Wow. A few people came in there at the end there with that. Mirus was absolutely who it was being drawn. Well done, JBNL. Okay, round 18. Oh, I'm not going to do that one because even I can't remember the name of that one. I'll have to remind myself before I do that one again. just so we know, one of the characters I'm admitting that I've forgotten the name of was one of the specific Shadow Dragons. I forget which sub-Shadow Dragon it was. I remember their Funimation names, but I do not remember their actual Dragon Ball number. Because you know how all the Dragon Balls have their own names? I forget which one it was, and if somebody were to guess that in the chat, I would be upset if I didn't get it. Why am I so unlucky with my posts and timing? Always 1 second off. Should probably change the color every 5 points, maybe, because you can only draw so much in a 2-hour stream. Most people won't go beyond Kaioken. That's true. That is true. Maybe I shall revise that. I mean, you are a regular in the Pictionary streams. I do take your opinions seriously. Okay, right. Round 18 begins now. Oops, that was a bit too much. This actually ended up being one of my favourite characters introduced in Dragon Ball Super, and I'm sad they didn't go further than that. I don't feel like I'm giving the game away too much here, because it's obviously going to be of a certain guessable threshold in a second. Oops, that's too much. I like how you guys are guessing Shenron and stuff now, just off of what I was saying a second ago. But I'm not that silly. It is Lavender. There we go. Jerry was working his way through the trio to dangers right there. That's right. That's what we were getting at. Lavender. There we go. Yes, I know. It doesn't look perfect in comparison to the one I was drawing. The one I was drawing looks absolutely perfect. We absolutely know this. So, well done, SS Jerry. To 11. I love it when I have finished doing this, but I can still see the characters popping up in the chat as if I was sort of going, oh, so this is where they thought the drawing was going. Okay, round 19 begins now. I believe we'll stop when we get to round 20, just because we need to get up in the morning. Pass the power, Yamcha. Now, at some point, you're going to be able to... At some point, these things become quite guessable because they're just... They give away too much just from the way that they're drawn. JBNL, that's correct. It was Kid Goku. I knew that it was going to get that I knew that that one was going to be guessable that quickly. But yes, as you can see, Kid Goku. There's a very good deduction based on the way that it was being drawn. So JBNL, well done. You are up to 3. What's this? The Flying Kids from Penguin Village. I'd be remiss to say they're Dr. Slump characters, but obviously they do appear in Dragon Ball, so, you know. So here we go, guys. Final round. Let's pick a good one for the last one, eh? Let's okay. Let's go with this one. Try to finish it fast. And round 20 begins now. You guys have been awesome through this stream. Thank you so much. You've given me a couple hours of your time, and I really do appreciate that. And considering so many of you have been repeat players, and you've come from different live streams in the past, I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Ooh. There we go. That's a little bit messy, so I'll just get rid of this. Oh, with an I. Absolutely. Well done. It is Kikono. I was unsure how many of you would remember his name. But yes, it is Kikono. And I'm very impressed that you managed to get that one. I've had people actually comment on my videos that I've posted before saying that they don't know who this guy is. Even though he only was in Broly and he was in Minus for a short period of the story as well. Piccolo. This is an incarnation of Piccolo I do not remember. But O with an I, well done. So you got the final point of the game. So let's have a look at the tally now. So this takes us up to the lifetime leaders. So JBNL got 23 and Jerry got 24. Oof. O with an I has got 11. Let's hyphenate these. Uncle Moore sticks on the leaderboard with his 1. Black Mr. Popo. Kikono Black. Okay, so we need to change the positions here, don't we? But O with an I has achieved Kaioken. So Jerry and JBNL have achieved. I want to do Super Saiyan, but that's going to be too. Will that even be noticeable? Yeah, that's noticeable. Let's do that. Woodward. If only count today I got silver. It's basically gold because we shouldn't count Jerry's power levels too high. Just need to change the positions here, don't we? So I didn't expect to lose the colour palette I'd just done, but okay. There we go, so the leaderboard has been updated. I shouldn't have slid that across, that made it impossible to see. There we go, okay. So where are we at? Solid Snake. Oh, okay, so the lifetime leader gets a colour change too, so let's change it every 10 points. Oh, okay, so he's... Alright, fair enough, you're alright with that then. Well, yeah, because I intend to do them weekly anyway, these streams, so realistically, I would hope that the people that do return would have an incentive to do so. We might sort something out. I might sort out a prize or something at the end of it. We'll have to see how they go. Have to make sure that it's obviously financially sensible for me to offer these sorts of things, obviously. But, you know, maybe even if it's maybe it's only 2 hours of stream. Maybe if it's a piece of artwork or something for the winner, you know, we'll sort something out anyway. We'll make it worth your while. But worth your while even. Can't seem to surpass Jerry. Just behind by 1 point, JBNL. Well, you never know. You'll get him next time. And to be honest, even if you are like Vegeta, technically Goku's never beaten him. The story likes to make it sound as if Goku always wins, but Vegeta always wins. And even more so now thanks to Superhero. But yeah, there we go. But anyway, guys, thanks ever so much for joining today's stream. I really do appreciate it. We'll switch back to the chatting now, even though it's chatting till end. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you ever so much for joining along and giving us your time. It's really means a lot to me because these are just bits of fun. They're nice ways to end the weekend. Maybe a Wednesday if we start changing it to a Wednesday, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously, Sundays seem to work well for you guys at the moment, so we'll see how it goes for now. But yeah. Until then, guys, we'll meet again at the next one, which will most likely be next Sunday. If I do change it to next Wednesday, I will let you know, and I'll post it on the community tab, and I'll also post it on my Twitter. And you'll probably see it at the end of one of my videos that I post in the week as well. I'll let everybody know in due time anyway. So until then, thanks again. Bye!